car window opens as it travels down an empty dirt road. The little boy sticks his head out the window and screams, "Daddy, come back," as a rocket launches in the distance. The little boy's mother pulls him back in the window. The rocket breaks through the Earth's atmosphere and zooms past stars, comets, until it reaches its destination, Mars. A ramp comes down off the rocket and a man slowly makes his way down it. "The first man on Mars, who'd have thunk it," he says, as his feet touch the ground of the red planet. Off in the distance, robots are hard working, building what seems the bare bones of living spaces. Tools zip and crank away as the man examines his rocket. It's been a difficult journey and is now covered in soot. The once titanium steel is as black as the vast universe that surrounds it. There are holes and dents along the rocket with space shrapnels on the side of the unit. The man places his hand on the rocket and quickly pulls it away. It's still hot to the touch. He turns around and takes in the beauty of his new home. The red planet is more vast and beautiful than in any of the pictures we've seen. Variant colors of red and orange swirl around the man as a small dust storm passes by. The planet is reminiscent of the Grand Canyon. Layers of red bedrock have formed hundreds of dunes and other rock formations over the years. The man continues to walk and stumbles upon a small stream of water. Inside the stream are tiny living particles. They are complex and colorful creatures. The man follows the creatures until the stream disappears into a hole in the ground. He bends down to listen and can hear a larger flow of water beneath the ground. He pauses and pulls out a torn photo of the little boy and his mother from inside the pocket of his spacesuit. He touches each of their faces with his finger, places the photo back in his pocket, and gets to work. Time passes by, and living spaces are no longer frames. They are full-fledged, airtight domes equipped with protection from Mars's harmful radiation. Attached to each of these domes are decontamination units. There are crops growing in an enclosed greenhouse below the surface where Mars's main source of water lies. Pipes that connect the river to water cleansing tanks are fully operational. The man, now old and feeble, collapses to the ground. He grabs the photo of his family and places it inside of his air helmet and exhales one final breath. A sandstorm engulfs the man and his photo, burying their existence. The domes are all that remain. More time passes, and another rocket lands next to where the first one stood. The little boy, now grown with a family of his own, takes his first steps on Mars along with many other families. He and his family begin exploring their new home. The little boy's son runs ahead of him. He chases down his son and finds him staring curiously at a helmet. "Look what I found, Daddy." The boy begins digging it out of the sand. His father kneels down to help him and uncovers a scratched-up photo. The little boy turns the photo around and takes a deep breath. "Stop digging," his son looks up at his father confused. "This is Grandpa's helmet." He places a hand on the helmet and his son does the same. "Thank you," he whispers. He picks up his son and walks back to their new home. There they are greeted by his wife and daughter. His son runs inside while he remains outside. The wind picks up as he pulls the missing piece of the photo from his spacesuit, making the photo whole once again. He closes his eyes and places the picture on his heart. A tear trickles down his cheek. He wipes it away and heads inside, closing the door behind him.